G'day, I'm Merrick and welcome to Tractor Monkeys, the quiz show that takes us on a ride back through time so we can celebrate Australia at its best and its best forgotten. Tonight we're talking about school days. We'll help you remember the sights, the sounds and the smells of those roller coaster years of our youth. It's time now for our own roll call, so please welcome our team captains, teacher's pet, Monty Diamond.
Thank you.
And straight out of detention, it's Dave O'Neill. Joining them tonight on Monty's team, a comedian whose favourite subject when she was a kid was funnyography, and she's still getting straight A's. It's Cal Wilson. And a man who remembers school like it was yesterday and just wishes the flashbacks would stop. It's comedian Mikey Robbins. And on Dave's team, she's an actor and a comedian, which means she paid as much attention to the school careers advisor as I did. It's Celia Piccola, lead singer of Sherbet, multi-award-winning solo artist and three-time king of pop. He's a true legend, Daryl Braithwaite! Let's have a look at this school photo. Okay, on the left here we have our very own Daryl Braithwaite.
No!
Nice part, Daryl.
Interestingly, guys, if you just go a few people along in that row, that is Olivia Newton-John.
Shut up!
Yes, Daryl goes, oh. Mate, that's, we went to school with her.
Yeah,
Dish.
Yeah, I know. What?
Were you guys friends? I mean, obviously you were in the same class, Daryl. Were you friends with Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah, no, we went out for a week.
Did you kiss her?
Really? Oh, come on. How old were you? How old were you? Was this when she was dressed as a night girl or the slapper stage?
I didn't know she could sing.
No, she never sang at school? She never sang?
No, I was in the choir. A few of us were in the choir in that photo, but she never gave forth with any notes.
Really?
Okay, guys, hands on your buzzers for the first round. In an episode about school, there's no better place to start than the day that causes tears, tantrums, and lots of sulking. And the children get upset as well. Of course, I'm talking about the first day of school.
Across Australia, children are going to school.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore.
I think I know why the kids are sad. It's because they lived in a world without colour. Dave, what about your first day of school? Can you remember your first day of school?
Yes, I'm a twin. And on the first day, we insisted on taking our giant teddy bears to school. Because we were quite... There's a photo of us, yeah.
Get a little photo.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
one?
You took them to school.
I can still remember walking in and grade 6 kids hanging shit on us. I can look at the babies with their teddies. Because Mum tried to make us not take the teddies. And she said, don't bring the teddies, but we insisted. And then I reckon after about 2 weeks, we came home from school and Mum said, oh, a big black dog came and took your teddy bears. And we found them in the bin.
If you think going to school with a teddy bear, a giant teddy bear, is going to...
Traumatic.
Yeah, be a trauma for you, Dave, then maybe you should have a look at this photo of my first day.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that a knitted jumpsuit?
No, it's a knitted suit. My mum knitted me a suit. Right? That is an orange, very trendy colour for a boy of that age. An orange suit that she knitted, and of course there's no buttons or a zipper in it because she knitted it. So there's just a piece of string that I would hold up my pants. Another thing I will point out, whilst I'm going through this torturous moment of my childhood, if we look at that photo, it's very sunny. You know why? First day of school is in January. Why am I wearing a knitted woolen suit in January, Mum? Why would you do that?
With the had loose thread, a dangling thread. Cal, I don't know if you guys ever had this with girls' dresses. You had belts sewn in. My mum would make dresses that had belts sewn in and the ties in the back in a bow.
Okay.
And I was riding my bicycle down the driveway, and unbeknownst to me, it had come undone, and one of the things had got caught in the wheel of the bicycle. So I didn't know that. All I knew is I was like, la la, whoop, and then slam on the ground because I didn't know what had happened. I was convinced that I'd been pushed off my bike by a ghost.
It is traumatic, though, dropping your kids off to school on their first day, isn't it? It's quite emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that with your kid, dropping you off?
Yeah, because you just say, be strong. Be
Be
strong.
strong. And I was crying and I was bawling my eyes out. And then he turned up back at 3:30. I'm like, I thought we got rid of you. They come back.
Dave, my mum used to tell the story that the first day of school I was fine. I was really cool. I was the only kid that didn't cry. It was the second day where I freaked out because she went to wake me up and I went, no, I've done that.
Yeah.
It was my assumption you just went. Like, well, school, tick, OK, time to get a job, I'm 7.
I'm dreading, because Cal, when we were watching that, we were like, oh, because we've got sons. And I'm just, I don't want that to go through that, Dave, because you sometimes even drive past the school to watch them and you'll see them playing by themselves.
Listen, I've had that police come around about that. Because I don't work during the day and we just live with the school, you drive past and you just go, oh, I hope he's not in the sandpit by himself. Oh, he's on the slide having a wee. That's it. Keep driving, keep driving.
Question for you guys. Which was the first state in Australia to ban the use of the cane? Qantas team.
New Zealand? Was it New Zealand?
I don't know if that is a state of Australia.
No, do you guys have an idea?
What do you reckon, guys?
I reckon Victoria.
Victoria, we'll go Victoria.
And you'd be absolutely correct. In the 1970s, growing your hair long was a serious issue for schoolboys. So serious, in fact, it featured on this report for Four Corners.
We had a meeting at lunchtime and there was a great feeling that something needed to be done immediately, and so a strike just arose out of it.
The principal and the deputy head should be concentrating more on our educational standard rather than our length of hair.
Do you think that the administration's attitude over here to date has been reasonable?
Yes, I would say it is. You have to view it as a school rule, and the school rules are unalterable.
We're prepared to sit out here until we get something done, until we achieve something.
You're suggesting that this strike has leaders with definite communist affiliations?
Definitely. I would say that the leading members of this union, the members that are behind it, have affiliations with the Communist Party. That's what I would say.
Because nothing says I'm anti-communist like enforcing strict uniformity amongst the masses. Is it?
But to see, at least now we know what Tony Abbott looks like in high school.
Celia, were you cool at school?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I change friendship groups every year. I was a real flip-flopper, try and fit in, but I wouldn't say cool. I was country.
What?
We're not looking
country.
for musical genres.
Banjo. Is that the name of it?
Oh, you were a country girl in the city school?
Yes, country girl in the city school.
Yeah, they were all your country kid.
So did you get treated differently at school because you were from the country? And you were,
I went to a very religious girls' school, and those girls were a little bit more... Don't you hate it when your cleaner's cleaning your house and you have to go up the other end of the house so you don't have to talk to them? And I was like, don't you love it when you throw rotten eggs down a hill for fun?
and you're also like, these flush toilets are amazing.
Mikey, you would have been cool at school, sure.
No, I was king of the nerds.
Really?
Jeez, how many cool kids were on the chess club and the debate team? Zero.
None.
Mind you, I couldn't play chess. It just got you out of sport on a Wednesday afternoon.
And Cal, were you cool or a bit of a nerd at school?
I was a lonely nerd.
Really?
Yeah. And then in the last year of school, I kind of got a little bit cool because I went out with the cool guy.
Oh. Was he a jock or...?
No, he was like a cool muso type. Didn't play music, just looked like he should have played music.
Yeah, one
Had
of
really
those.
tight black trousers and stuff and rode a motorbike.
Good.
Wow.
How old was he, 27?
Yes.
I've just realised that I'm the only person on the entire show that was cool.
Maybe
Did you hang out in the library and read Tintin books like me?
Mate, we didn't read. It's kind of well documented in my life. I did 2 years of year 11 because I wanted to get it right. And what's disgraceful about that is that my mum is an English teacher and she taught at that school.
Oh. Actually, I've seen your school reports. Have you got any...
I've got part of his school report here.
Can we hear some of his Merrick's school report?
Effort, never. Hands working on time, never. Completes homework, never. Punctuality, never. And then you just talk all through class. You don't try with anything. You try to make everyone laugh, but are rarely funny. You were the naughty kid at school.
You were.
Yeah, definitely.
You were so naughty.
Which is why I was popular and cool, because I was...
No, you know what you were? You're the kind of kid that you go, he's never going to be anything. This kid is just... He's a moron.
I always had faith that I'd end up hosting the show. School in Australia is not all about uniforms, discipline and boring old textbooks. Alternative schools have always had their place. And as this clip shows, they were especially alternative in the 1970s.
From the outside, there's not much to distinguish it from the rest of Australia's 8,000 primary schools. But there is something different about this school.
There's no set work, unless I've been specifically asked to give them some set work or prepare a program by one of the parents or by the children themselves.
He asks us if we want to do work, and if we say yes, he gives us the work, and if we say no, he doesn't.
The children pursue their activities most of the time without the direct supervision of their teacher. Are you happy that the children in this class are at the level they should be at for their ages?
Well, I'm not sure what level children should be at. You know, I don't know much about that.
I don't think he knows much about anything, that guy.
What do you expect when you interview the cleaner? Okay, question, guys. What is the name of the Australian alternative school system named after a European philosopher? Dave's team.
You talking about Rudolf Steiner?
Yeah, it is Rudolf Steiner.
Yeah.
My school went through a stage of trying to be a little bit more alternative, and they did that by introducing different excursions that all the kids would go on. And I remember at one point every kid in the school had to go to the sewerage farm. I lived in Melbourne, so we'd get on a bus and go to the Werribee sewerage farm so we could see what was happening. And
I did that.
The worst school excursion I ever went on, our class went around the corner to the butcher's.
Oh, yes. See? Strange excursion.
We, in primary school, country town, don't know why, went on a school excursion to the cemetery.
Wow.
And to this day, I don't know if they were trying to, like, scare us into behaving. They were going, yes, children, here lies Margaret, who died in 1975 because she ran up the slide.
We had a teacher who took us on an excursion to a farm, right? And we all thought, oh, OK, we just get on the minibus, and our class went off to a farm. And it wasn't until afterwards we found out, like, we're doing stuff around the farm and, you know, mending stuff and cutting grass and stuff, and we realised it was his farm. All he'd done is taken us there for a full day of labour.
That is so
tiger snakes and stuff around. And go, oh, how good's I'm learning. Are you learning? School years can be lots of fun, but it's also a time when hormones kick in and kids become that mysterious alien known as teenagers.
Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. Why don't you
An ever-widening gap now separates teenagers from the people they call the oldies.
When I was a teenager, as they call them now, my mother would let me do anything.
I go home with a couple of blokes with different knives, but I don't class myself as a mole.
Crook. Not our standard.
I have my point of view. If they don't like it, it's too bad.
And then there is schoolies.
This gap is not something new. 2,500 years ago, the philosopher Socrates complained about the arrogance, misbehavior, and lack of discipline among children.
Why can't they be like we were, perfect in every way? What's the matter with kids today?
Personally, I don't have a problem with teenagers because those burgers aren't going to flip themselves. Question for you guys, ready?
Yeah.
What is the term for unwanted older people who attend school each week? Dave's team.
Toolies.
Yeah, and if you're old as me, old foolies.
If you're even older, droolies.
just realised I shouldn't have sounded so joyful when I said it. I was like, Tommy!
To be completely fair, though, we prefer the term mature age non-student. Celia, did you actually go on Schoolies Week?
I did go on Schoolies Week.
Okay, did you go wild? Did you go crazy teen wild?
Yes, so you just get hammered and run around and just being skanky and awful.
Daryl, you go up to HSC or what did you do, Daryl?
You know I didn't.
Year 10, you did year 10.
Year 4 or whatever it was, year 4 back in
that's
at
year
Randwick
10.
Boys High. But I remember that when it finished, we didn't have any of that break-up thing. I just walked away.
And got a job?
Fitting and turning.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yes. So 2 days after year 12, I was working at Woolies as a cleaner. I didn't have schoolies, I had Woolies.
Well, schoolies didn't exist in our day, did it, Daryl? No, we
No
just. I remember
schoolies?
unlocking our bikes and just riding our BMXs up to the local pub, and there was 4 of us, no girls, right?
How many of you?
Kissing competition! Kissing competition!
The 4 of us. We ended your exams at different times. It wasn't like the end of an American movie. It was just like, oh, that's over. And we went into the pub and we sat in a booth. We were all underage, and the publican came out behind the bar and he went like this: no, no, no. And he got to me and he went, yes, because I was fat. He said, what do you want? I said, oh, 4 beers, thanks.
All right, guys, so at the end of that round, scores are now Dave's team on 4, Monty's team on 0. If there's one thing that high school students love, it's becoming obsessed with their beloved music idols. Check out these crazy fans.
32 hours.
Yep.
You reckon it's going to be worth it?
Yeah, which pop groups do you like? Australian ones?
We were in England at the same time as Sherbet.
You're both Sherbet freaks.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite?
Daryl. Can we say something to Sherbet?
Yes, go right ahead.
Oh, Garth, Fiona loves you. Daryl, I love you. Harvey, I love you. For you. I want to meet you, Harvey.
Well, we hope you get to meet them soon.
So do we.
Daryl, those girls there at the end, did you ever get to meet them? Those young ladies?
On Facebook recently?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, the girl on the left.
Yes.
She came along to a gig about 3 years ago.
Wow.
With her husband, and
he must have been absolutely
thrilled.
stewing.
Oh, my
Wrapped to be there. Wrapped to be there.
And so that was it, and I thought that was astounding.
You were the pin-up boy for a lot of girls.
And some boys.
It's
Cool. It's all right. It's all right. Exactly. It's all right.
So at any stage in the 70s, did you have pants on for a 24-hour period?
You mad
You know what?
Anyway.
All right, back to the questions then.
Anyway.
We also saw ABBA in that clip, and I want to ask you guys, what was their biggest hit in Australia for ABBA? What was it?
Fernando.
Very confident there, Mikey.
I was a young child at the time.
That was #1 for a long time.
For like 10, 12 weeks, I think.
It was Fernando.
Fernando.
So at the end of that round, scores are now Dave's team on 4, Monty's team is on 1.
Use our sight more than any other sense. Through our eyes we get most of our information and knowledge, and so the children are encouraged to draw and paint. They strengthen their powers of observation and above all learn to express themselves freely.
In our next game, we're going back to the early years of school to do some finger painting. One member of each team will be doing their painting and their teammates have to work out what the masterpieces are. Up first is Dave's team, so Celia has on her smock.
It's a little bit I've escaped from somewhere.
I just looked at that and thought, gee, that's pretty good. She's done a monkey.
I know, good, aren't I?
Are you ready to begin, Celia?
Think about it, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tear off the first page. Dramatically. I'm going to show you your first object and you have to paint it with your fingers. Are you ready?
Yep.
Try and use some colour.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
Red.
sure.
Blue.
Why
She's
not?
made orange with red and yellow.
What is this? Oh,
It's a
bit of colour
line.
there.
It's
She's
a
got
red,
bit of colour.
red line, red heart.
I've got a
red-
funny feeling you're quite good at
A
this.
dog, you reckon?
Sorry?
Yeah. Oh, no. Like,
Shut up.
Daryl's saying a dog.
It's a dog. Well,
Oh, she's making colours.
Go.
Yep. I reckon you're
Clock
gonna
is
smack
ticking.
it.
Oh, Daryl plays one of them. Daryl plays
Oh,
one.
she's really good.
It's an acoustic guitar, not a bass.
Yes, correct. That's absolutely done. That is so well painted too.
Yeah.
It's just...
Okay, ready. Next one.
Yep.
Celia.
Yep.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know. It's not my area.
Time's running out.
Oh, what is
Gotta hurry
that?
up.
A syringe. That's... Oh.
Last one.
Come
You're-
on.
Quick.
A shovel, Daryl thinks.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, it's a cricket bat.
Ah, there we go. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Celia Popola. Up next, Monty's team. Mikey, you've smocked up and ready to go. Let's get into this.
You look like a French cheesemaker.
He does!
Ah,
He does! I like that.
Would you try my rock for?
Okay, let's get on.
Okay, right.
Mikey, are you ready?
Yeah.
Your first one is that.
The sea. The mouldy sea. A tree.
Submarine.
Correct, well done. Mikey, you may need to use another colour for this one. It is...
Apple.
Are you serious?
I am so good at this.
Okay.
That one's fine.
Have a look at that one.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh.
Oh, it's...
Crayons. You know what it is? It's because we're both the mothers of small children.
Can I come home with you, ladies?
Do that if you can, my friend.
Right, okay.
He's arrogant now.
Rainbow.
Clock is ticking, running out of time.
Biscuits, mushroom clouds.
Ooh, no,
Bad choice of shape. Bad choice of shape. Change.
Yeah.
Change shape.
Yeah, got this one. Right.
Oh, Mikey.
Clapperboard.
Clock is ticking.
Classroom.
Flag.
Trailer.
Oh, it's a soccer net.
That is... If you guess now, you get 5 points.
The round thing with that thing, it was
It's a breakdown in pictures.
It is a piano, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God!
That is the best piano I've ever seen painted by an adult with their hands.
Hey, Merrick, I'm trying to figure out which finger's got the most paint on it. Is it that one?
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mikey Roberts and Mikey's team there. Well, this is the final round, and it's still anybody's game because the scores are dangerously close. So we go into the quick fire round. I'm going to ask you a set of questions. Just buzz in as soon as you think you know the answer. Ready? Here we go. What is the formula for calculating the area of a circle?
Oh, I'm out.
Monty's team.
Is it?
Pi r squared.
Yes. Pi
It is.
Pi equals 3.14.
What? Pi r squared, and I failed 2-unit maths.
Yeah.
I only just realised doing this show that pi doesn't have an E on the end of it. So,
Hey.
on a calculator, what is 80,085?
Boobs.
Next question. This is a sound question, so have a listen. What is it? What is it?
It's chalk on a board.
It's chalk on a board. What are the 4 houses of Hogwarts School of Wizardry? Oh.
Okay.
I need all 4.
Okay.
Hermione over here knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's-
Gryffindor, Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin,
and Ravenclaw.
Correct!
Wow! Hey,
I don't know if I'm embarrassed or proud.
hands up who hasn't been on a date for a while.
In geometry, what is the name of the longest side of a right-angled triangle?
Who pushed? Someone pushed.
Dave Steen.
Longest side of the triangle.
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
Oh, how good! Hypotenuse. What is a figure of speech containing two seemingly contradictory expressions? It's Monty Steen.
Tautology?
Oxymoron. It's an oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
It's an oxymoron. Tautology is the same thing.
Yep.
It is oxymoron. Last question. It can all come down to this, guys. So, what did I use as a belt for my orange woolen suit? Dave Steen. What did I use as a belt?
What was it?
It's a
String.
It's a piece of string.
Piece of string.
It was a piece of string. Well done, you get the points there. That is the end of the quickfire round, and it's also time for final scores. Monty's team is on 6. But congratulations to Dave's team is on 13. Thanks to our guests, Cal Wilson and Mikey Robbins. And Celia Piccola and Daryl Braithwaite. And school's out for our team captains, Monty Diamond and Dave O'Neill.
Thank you.
Tonight, everyone gets an A for effort, and I've been Merrick Watts, and I was cool at school. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Good night.